Let's meet the visiting team, Minnesota Timberwolves.
Well, when we look at tonight, this could come down to the backcourts, Grant. They're both very talented.
Yeah, B.A., you know I love great guard play. And, of course, each team has some serious skills at that position. So expect a fast pace of play, lots of threes. It should be one heck of a matchup.
So the opening lineup for the Timberwolves. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. And it's Prince in at the 3. 4 on the clock. Here's Bridges. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Towns. Here's Ayton. Outside Paul. Back to Ayton. 2 seconds left.
When you're trying to score the ball, the last person you want to see coming at you is Rudy Gobert.
Edwards fires from way outside. The Suns clear it.
Well, one thing you learn about Anthony Edwards, he does not lack for confidence. He wants to become the best to ever do it, and he believes he can.
It's blocked by Gobert. Pass to Edwards. Inside, Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Nice read by Edwards there, finding a wide-open teammate and sending the ball his way on target.
And you see the ambition for greatness in Edwards. But, Grant, is he willing to do the work?
Well, B.A., think about this. He's a quick study. He listens to his coaches with curiosity, and he's driven to achieve the goals they set for him. Yeah, I think he can.
Russell against Paul. Out to the wing. Jacks up a 3. Prince with the bucket.
You know, the NBA is all about the three-point shot right now, and Prince can really shoot it from out there.
Outside Booker. Pass to Paul. And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. Now Johnson. Just 5 on the clock. Paul passes to Booker. Over Edwards. Some solid defense from Edwards. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. And Edwards slams it in.
And we all know how explosive Edwards can be, reminding us there with that thunderous slam.
Outside Paul. Booker for 3. And it's Booker again missing. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Edwards, the pass to Gobert. The 3 from Russell. The offensive rebound. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
I love the ferocity from Gobert. Snagging that board and getting the putback, he wasn't going to be denied.
Paul with it, and it's Gobert picking him up. And there's the foul. It's on Rudy Gobert. That's his first foul. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Here's Booker. Booker missing again.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
Now here's Edwards. Doesn't go that time. Excellent D there from Booker. Can they get it? And it's good on the lay-in.
A really nice play by Booker. I mean, he gives you size out of the backcourt and can finish with either hand.
Well, these Suns have had a successful past couple of seasons.
Yeah, B.A., I mean, they certainly know the greatness they're capable of. They can give you a lot of confidence out there on the floor, even against other elite teams.
Now here's Booker. Right side Johnson. Over Towns. And Johnson gets it to go on the assist by Booker.
Good court vision from Booker. He sees a wide open man and gets him the ball for an assist.
Russell against Paul. Edwards for 3. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Johnson a screen on Edwards. Pass to Johnson. The kick out to Paul, and that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Here's Booker. 5 on the clock. Bridges outside. Fires for 3.
Prince takes a lot of pride in making it difficult for the guy he's defending. A lot of hustle and tenacity at the defensive end.
Now here's Bridges. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. The shot by Johnson, no good. Minnesota in the lead. And it's Russell on the drive. Towns for 3. And Ayton pulls it down. Bridges passes to Johnson. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. They've done well to disrupt the opposite.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Suns Youth team.
Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Timberwolves.
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
They've also displayed a real unselfishness as a team, moving the basketball well, sharing the rock, and giving everybody a chance to participate in the offense.
Bridges and Johnson fill up the forward spots. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt, and it's Ayton in its center. That's the Suns' 5 as we get into the second quarter.
Already a terrific career for Booker. 3-time All-Star, and then last year he was named to the All-NBA first team. Just a big honor.
Shot is good by Edwards. Edwards got 10.
Boy, how about the strength of Edwards, confident in taking on defenders and finishing.
Booker against Edwards. Booker, the pass to Ayton. Releases. Yes! And it's Booker with the setup. And with Booker, it's not just the scoring. Grant, he does a little bit of everything.
Hey, B.A., I mean, you go back and look at last season. He had career highs in rebounds, steals, blocks. I mean, he's learned how to affect the game, even when his shot isn't falling, which is rare. Oh, just an artful little reverse slam.
Power and style. That was sweet.
Outstanding awareness and a terrific finish.
Booker, the pass to Johnson. And here's Paul. Back to Johnson. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
I think the defense gave him a bit of a gift there. I mean, he got all the space he needed to go to work.
Booker against Edwards. Pass to Gobert. Here's Prince. Here's Edwards. Now here's Towns. Fires the 3. And another 3 from Minnesota.
Among big men, Towns is one of the very best spot-up shooters there is, and very consistent on the catch-and-shoot jumpers.
Outside Paul. From deep, Johnson. No luck on that one. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. Outside Edwards. Well, Clark, you've got your good players in the league, but then there's that group that is in that elite category. What type of player commands that kind of respect?
Well, I think it's a guy who shows up every day but produces at a high level. I think you probably tip your hat to scores in that case, but there's a lot of respect and cachet given to outstanding defenders. Anybody that's excellent consistently, I think, gets a level of respect that's special.
Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Outside Paul. Outside Booker. And Booker with the jam.
Pass first mindset of Paul. When you leave somebody open on his squad, it's going to make you pay for it.
Russell against Paul. Russell the pass to Towns. From the arc. That shot's good. Russell making the play. Towns has got 8.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
They grab their own miss. It's blocked by Gobert.
A rangy defender with great defensive timing. I mean, why do you think they call Gobert the Stifle Tower?
It's stolen by Johnson. They swipe it. Paul against Russell. And stolen by Bridges. Outside Johnson. Pass to Paul. Three-pointer. The rebound by the Timberwolves. 52 seconds left to play in the first half. And stolen by Bridges. Paul with it. He's picked up by Edwards. Here's Bridges. The kick out to Johnson from behind the arc. Phoenix no good that time either. The Timberwolves have gotten 5 of their first 6 attempts to fall in the second. Nails it from beyond the arc. He's got 15.
Boy, you love to see Edwards shine on offense like this. I know it's got to be making his coach happy, too.
Booker, the pass to Johnson. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
It's turned into a showdown here. Dueling from distance.
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here.
To the wing, right side. Gobert with it. And so it's Minnesota in command with a third. Thanks, Allie. After the break.
18. The Timberwolves, 31.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
Well, if he's hit threes like he did in the first half, he's going to have a monster night.
Yeah, you know what? The defense is going to adjust. They'll be ready for him now, so I'm sure they talked a lot about how to slow him down.
Kicking off the second half, here's Chris Finch's 5. We've got Jaden McDaniels, Nas Reed out there with Kyle Anderson. Then it's Jordan McLaughlin, and it's Noel in at the 2. Reed, back to Noel, down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's McDaniels, pass to Reed, from 13. Reed, it's good on the putback.
He has the knack for being in the right spot at the right time. Gets a lot of sneaky points with his work on the glass.
Here's Shaman. To the middle. And he jams it home with authority.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Pass to Lee, down low. Here's Landale. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Kicks it out to Anderson. Back to Noel. Over to the left wing. Pass to McLaughlin. Tipped. Now here's Sharic. Not a lot of room. Here's Shaman. Takes it inside. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to be on Nas Reed. Well, the Timberwolves struck gold by getting the #1 pick in the 2015 and 2020 NBA drafts.
You are so right, B.A. Selecting Karl Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards, respectively. 2 important players that have already had a tremendous impact on this team. Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
I thought he might get caught between the pass and the shot, but he makes a great adjustment. And the Phoenix Suns have been a completely different team since acquiring Chris Paul. He's the leader of this team, and he helps set the tone on both ends.
Pass to Noel. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Boy, the city of Phoenix really embracing Chris Paul as soon as he arrived.
Yeah, I mean, he's in the latter stages of his career now. But you would never know it based on how hard he plays every single night. He just makes everyone on this team so much better.
Here's Shamet. Pass to Šarić. Back to Shamet. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for two.
Man, the defender really went after him.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
You know, last year was all about forward progress for the Timberwolves. Recording their second winning season since 2005, getting on track for future success.
And here's Reed. Here's McLaughlin. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. The Timberwolves again can't hit. So what do you think the keys are that could help Minnesota continue to grow over last year?
Well, you know, there's always room for guys to improve their game. But I think it's really the intangibles. Building trust amongst players and becoming a more mature team.
Here's Shamet. The top of the key jumper is on the mark. Shamet's got 5.
They're making smart adjustments, setting guys up for success.
It's certainly been an impressive run. They finally found the right formula to break down the defense.
Into the lane, to the left side wing. Here's McDaniels. Ooh, a two-handed power slam.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Here's Shamet. And it's off from three-point range. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 7 here in this third quarter. McDaniels passes to Anderson. Here's McLaughlin. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Noel, no good. The Suns have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to go since the break. Here's Shamet. 5 points in the game. To the middle. Stolen by Anderson.
Suns foul. Damian Lillard. First personal foul. Third team foul.
And it's a completely new group for the Timberwolves. And so it's Minnesota with it. At one point, they led by 16. Russell, the pass to Edwards. He takes it in. Oh, power is home.
Oh, wow.
Watch out now. Look out below. Edwards rising to the rafters.
1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Lee. Takes the 3. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 5 rebounds tonight. Inside. Craig with a steal. And so it's Minnesota. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Bridges and Johnson fill up the forward spots. And it's Ayton in at the center, locking down the middle. That's who's out there for Phoenix. And Edwards slams it in.
Town showing you his unselfishness there, willing to give up the rock if his teammate has something a little better.
Paul against Russell. Bridges outside. Pass to Johnson. Clock at 4. Back to Bridges. The three ball. Knocks it down from distance. Bridges has got his first 3 points of the game.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Russell against Paul. Here's Prince. Pass to Towns. Here's the three. Counted from distance.
Oh, my goodness. 7-footer launching from way beyond the arc. How do you contest that? I don't think you can.
Edwards against Booker. The rebound by the Timberwolves.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
Throws it up high, and Gobert with the stuff.
And maybe one of the best at the alley-oop. Gobert is great at reading the D and getting eye contact with the passer and finish.
Pass to Booker. This one for three. Yes, and it's Paul with the assist that time. Paul's got his 4th assist in this one.
Doing what he can to help shrink the deficit, but it has to be a team effort.
Now here's Towns. Here's Prince. Back to Russell. The three. Rebounded by Johnson. The Suns have gotten half of their attempts to fall in the 4th. 2 for 4 now. Oh, they get a hand on it.
Defense dodged a bullet that time. Total breakdown.
And it's Towns with the power finish.
And a good call. Towns, one of the best in the league with the catch and flush.
Outside Paul.
2 minutes remaining.
Outside Booker. The three is up. Knocks down the long J.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see. Ball movement.
Booker against Edwards. With the drive, and Edwards slams it in.
On the front foot, attacking the defense. This is Anthony Edwards at his best.
Russell against Paul. Pass to Booker. Launches it. The shot comes out. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. At one point, they led by 16. Outside Edwards. Back to Russell. Now here's Edwards. He's guarded by Bridges. Outside Edwards. And now the Suns fast break.
Barring a miracle comeback, this one is wrapped up. They were able to control the tempo and flow of the game, and it will end in a victory for the Timberwolves.
And of course, they really dominated in the paint tonight.
They obviously came in looking to impose their will, attack the heart and soul of that defense, and it led to a lot of good looks.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Anthony Edwards.
Well, the defense just couldn't figure him out, and he continued to put it to him.
There's 47 seconds left in the 4th quarter here, and that's going to be a travel.
Timberwolves ball.
Here's Russell. Pass to Towns. Outside Russell. Outside Edwards. Russell, the pass to Edwards. Shot clock at 5. Three-pointer. Ooh, and once again, off the mark by Minnesota. And it's Phoenix's ball. It's a 10-point game. Now here's Bridges. So we see the Timberwolves taking the W here. It ends up being a fairly easy road win. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on. And Greg, you were talking about this. What you appreciate about this matchup, the team-first mindset on both sides.
Very unselfish, and we're going to see guys moving the ball. And Kevin, they play for one another. That's why these clubs rack up so many assists.
And the Clippers starting five. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Wall in at the point. Now here's Edwards. The pass to Gobert. 4 on the clock. Back to Edwards. From deep three-point range, the shot comes out, and the Clippers will come the other way. Morris passes to George. Passes it to Leonard. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Amazing the way Kawhi Leonard has evolved throughout his career.
Well, in the early part of his career playing in San Antonio, defense was his calling card. You could even argue that his offense has gotten better than his defense, which is simply remarkable. One of the top all-around players in the NBA.
Out to Edwards. Prince with it. Outside Russell. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Yeah, you don't see many of these opportunities for this team, but Kawhi, one guy who can get up there and get it done.
Here's Edwards, and it's sent back by George. Here's Gobert, and he goes right over Paul George and slams it down.
And look at the big man get up. When Gobert takes flight, boy, you are in for a show.
Out to Morris. Outside, Wall. Pass to Leonard. Back to Wall. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Timberwolves have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. It's Russell with the drive. Out to Edwards. Takes it inside. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound. And here's Los Angeles. Los Angeles shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game. That's good from George. For the Clippers organization, GA, what do you think the goal is?
Well, it's clear to me, Kevin, get to the NBA Finals. The Clippers have never made it there, and I think a trip to the Finals is within reach of this group. They just need to stay healthy.
Now, here's George. He feeds it to Morris. Shot clock at 3. Tries again. Up top, Leonard. Out to Morris. A 3-ball. With 1 on the clock. And Leonard with the lay-in. Leonard's got 6.
Once Leonard gets some wiggle room down there, his broad shoulders, he figures out how to execute and knock it down.
Russell passes to Prince. Outside, Towns. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. So the Timberwolves call their first timeout.
And you just look at what Marcus Morris has done in his career.
Well, such a solid forward in the game right now, averaging over double digits in the last 8 years. But it's been that expansion and the fact that he can step behind the three-point line and be as deadly as he's been the past couple seasons. It's been a remarkable, consistent offensive production for his career.
Now, here's George.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Fires the 3. Here's Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Scraping and clawing, doing everything he can to grow that lead.
Emphatic on the putback stuff.
Team's having a tough time containing him, attacking all the way there.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And the assets traded by the Wolves for Rudy Gobert surprised a lot of people. In essence, 5 first-round picks, 3 of them unprotected. They'd better hope this thing works out. A lot riding on it.
Now, here's George. To the middle. Zubac kicks to Wall. 1:24 left here in the first quarter. Outside, George. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there. Let's hope for his sake that he does not try that one ever again.
Wall dishes to George. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And it's a completely new lineup for Minnesota. 52 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Offensive rebound. And the dunk by Zubac.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Yeah, the bully ball tonight has paid dividends. Highly effective down there with the physical play.
Here's McLaughlin. Over in the corner, McDaniels. Noel passes to McLaughlin. He kicks to McDaniels. 4 on the shot clock. Traps in the tray.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Outside Leonard. And he uses the glass on the layup. Leonard's got 8 points.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Yeah, you wondered if they would take some time to find their A game. They did it at jump ball. They've been awesome tonight.
And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Clippers. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Clippers.
They didn't hesitate to start working the offensive glass, and I'll tell you, those efforts have been rewarded with these second chance points.
And they've sort of assumed control of this game with their pressure defensively. They've been into the ball handler. They've done a great job of swarming, so they're creating some turnovers that they're capitalizing on.
Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. 2 big men inside, Towns and Gobert. And it's Prince in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves. Prince dishes to Edwards. He can't hit that time. George with the defensive effort. Clippers leading by 13. Leonard inside, guarded by Prince. Here's George.
Well, in spite of the critics and the injuries, Paul George continues to produce one of the league's truly elite players.
And you mentioned the injuries for Paul George. Let's see, G8, the broken leg, shoulder surgeries, last season a torn elbow ligament.
And I'm sure there are a few others, Kevin, but give him credit. To battle through and maintain his greatness tells you something about his competitive will.
Now here's Edwards. Leonard with the steal. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. And so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Here's Wall. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points. Out to Morris. There's the 3. And that comes off the assist by John Wall.
And the one thing about Morris, he doesn't scare you from beyond the arc, but you still have to account for him.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Pass to McLaughlin. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. McDaniels passes to Reed. Now the Clippers moving it up. And there's the foul to try to stop the break, and that'll be a clear path to the basket. 2 free throws coming up, and they'll retain possession.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
And in the last decade, defenses switching on screens has increased dramatically. Is this the new normal, you think?
Kevin, I think so. I think teams that switch well tend to defend well, because switching can create mismatches, but it's harder to punish those now with all the help defense.
And it's George finishing it off.
Well, you got to have just great ball control when you're making a move like that, and Paul George definitely has the handles.
Reed finds Anderson. Here's McLaughlin. And there's the pass to Noel. Back to McDaniel. No good, unable to end this run.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
The other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
And the Clippers with a whole new lineup now. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Covington kicks to Powell. Outside for Jackson. Back to Powell. It's Covington on the wing. Shot clock at 5. Kennard for 3. And they recover it. Outside Jackson. It's Powell on the wing.
2 minutes remaining. 2 minutes.
And again, it's the Clippers missing. Timberwolves trail by 19.
And since 1999, the Clippers and Lakers have shared their downtown LA arena. The only NBA teams to split a venue, but that's going to change soon.
Here's Noel, following the score by Reggie Jackson. Noel, no good. Knocked loose. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And the dunk by Covington.
Those feel so good. Covington up there for a slam dunk.
And it's Anderson with the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Clippers broke ground on their new arena, set to open in Inglewood in 2024. I've seen the footprint. You fly right into LAX, and you see it every time. It's going to be beautiful.
And that'll be huge for the Clips. They're trying to create their own identity in Southern California. Having a venue just for the Clippers will help.
And here are the Clippers now, following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Passes to Kennard. Fires the 3. That shot off. And Minnesota will come the other way. To the inside. Covington with the steal. And up the floor again, the Clippers running the floor. Hit his foot. And it's whistled a kick. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. Towns comes in for Anderson. Edwards, he's checked in for Noel. And D'Angelo Russell subbed in for Jordan McLaughlin. Powell for 3. Rebound Minnesota. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. And Covington sends it back.
Covington's aggressive defense is going to pay off, and that time it did.
We've got 28 seconds left in the first half. And here's Los Angeles. They're on a 14-4 run. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there.
Yeah, take your time. You don't give them another possession.
And hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And I like what he did at the line a season ago. How about 81%?
Now, Norman Powell settling in and understanding more and more of who he is at the professional level. He's a scorer, and he can shoot the 3 at a high clip.
So as we conclude the first half, all right, David, thank you.
Your Minnesota Timberwolves 12, the Clippers 33.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
What a menace he was on defense through the first 2 quarters. Just disrupting everything.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he wanted to do out there. Everyone he guarded looked uncomfortable.
So with George on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Jackson is the point with Kennard on the wing. Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Batum in at the center, filling out the middle. Here's McLaughlin. Batum with the steal. And now the Clippers on the break. Powell, the pass to Jackson. There's the triple. And rebounded by McDaniels.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming. Now, that's two teammates who need to reintroduce themselves to one another, not on the same page.
Glad we got the chance to see that remarkable rejection.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
Now here's Powell. Takes it out to Covington. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Covington's got 5.
And Covington's range is a big asset for this offense.
McLaughlin, the pass to Reed, and good off the lead pass that time. Clippers leading by 22. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Batum trying to break loose. Jackson misses. Jackson's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Going inside. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Pass to Kennard. Wide open look. That's good on the jump shot. Kennard's got his first 2 points.
Kennard has the space and has a pure shot.
To the right side. Reed finds Anderson. Lobbed up there for Anderson. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Outside Jackson. On the wing, Jackson. Back to Batum. In the corner, Powell with it. Pulls it up. Shot clock at 6. Minnesota with the rebound. Here's McDaniels. A 3-pointer off the mark. Clippers leading by 22. Powell, the pass to Jackson. Beyond the arc. The shot by Powell, no good. Timberwolves have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half.
An efficient score. Norman Powell can fill it up when given the opportunity.
He does score from anywhere on the floor, but it's defensive versatility that I think really helps him because he can match up with smaller guards. He can get underneath bigger wings, and that defense really allows him to stay on the floor to complement the other offensive players that are producing.
Here's Jackson following the bucket by the Timberwolves. In the corner, Kennard with it. McDaniels with the...
You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands. .116 left in the third quarter of the game. Pass to Powell. Outside for Jackson. Back to Powell. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy. Batum's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And that's where Nicholas Batum is so dangerous. Man, if he was in boxing, he could be a corner man.
Here's Noel. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. And so Powell will bring it up for Los Angeles. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Outside Covington. Powell dishes to Covington. To the paint. And Batum kicks to Powell. And again, the turnover by the Clippers.
That's tough because that one's preventable. The defense has nothing to do at all with that turnover.
We've got 28 seconds left to play in the third. Here's McLaughlin. He has 6. And here's Anderson for 3. No good that time. Good D by Covington. And rebounded by McDaniels. Here's Noel. Oh, trying for it. And so it's Los Angeles with a 21-point lead to end the quarter. Their defense. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. We've got Nas Reed. Anderson is out there with McDaniels, and it's McLaughlin in at the 1 spot. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Covington's shot is off.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Powell with the steal. Covington finds Powell. Back to Covington. Now Powell. Lets it go from deep. Sinks the three-pointer. Powell's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Clippers. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Los Angeles.
They have been a wrecking ball defensively, coming up with steals, being active with their hands, and just doing a terrific job of disrupting the rhythm.
Well, something else I've seen from them in this game is just how quick they are to capitalize on a turnover. I mean, they're pouncing on that stuff. You got to be careful when you're handling the ball around.
And they'll get another chance. And here's Covington from the arc. Clock at 6. Fires from deep. Kept alive. And Batum kicks to Kennard. Three-pointer. The shot, no good.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Here's Anderson. Oh, yes, the turnaround.
Under control with the release there from Kyle Anderson. Gives his shot a good chance of going in.
Jackson with the bounce pass. Covington inside the line. Stolen away. Inside. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Anderson.
I know people can't see you, but you're doing what I'm doing. Scratching your head to that turnover.
Los Angeles leading by 22. Outside Covington. Powell finds Kennard. From the arc. Poked away. Left side, Batum. From past the arc. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Minnesota's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter.
He made a great decision there to push the basketball up. Excellent teamwork.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Outside for Jackson. It's Covington on the wing. And the Clippers miss again. Timberwolves trail by 20. Here's Anderson, and finished off by Anderson.
Anderson, he excels when he plays in the open court like that and has a chance to make a good decision.
And the dunk by Jackson.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
Noel, no good. Los Angeles leading by 20. And Jalen Noel picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Outside Covington. Kennard on the wing. Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Clippers.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
A very solid win indeed. And when you check out the box score, there were some great numbers for Robert Covington.
Just really loved his activity level here tonight. Constantly mixed it up and he threw himself into a lot of plays.
Now here's Powell. Outside Covington. Jackson looking it over. Just 5 to shoot. And again, it's the Clippers missing. For Minnesota, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Stolen by Jackson. Batum finds Covington. Clippers moving the ball around. And here's Kennard. Back to Covington. Now here's Kennard. There's the pass to Powell. From deep. It's hauled in by Noel.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
Now Jackson. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks.
Here's the shot from earlier as the Suns arrived at the arena. They're looking to leave town on a winning note tonight. So the Clippers win the tip. Here are the 5 for the Suns. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Bridges and Crowder holding down the forward spots. And it's Ayton in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now here's George. And fouled as he went up to dunk. Good aggressive move. He'll shoot a pair. It's going to be on DeAndre Ayton.
And just one of the most complete players in the game today. George's two-way game and strong leadership traits are reasons why he's a star.
And for Paul George, playing close to home on a title contending team, it's a tremendous opportunity, Graham.
And back with the Pacers, he twice made the Eastern Conference Finals, but without a doubt, this is the most talented team he's ever been a part of. Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Pass to Zubac. It's George on the wing. That shot off the mark. And Phoenix will come the other way. Ayton with it. He's picked up by Zubac. Booker against Wall. Booker on the take. Crowder outside. That three's off the mark. Morris against Crowder. Oh, and a slam dunk by Morris.
He may not have that traditional power forward build, but his bounce, well, that kind of levels the playing field.
Outside Booker. Fires for 3. Fires in the triple.
Sharp find by Paul, one of the best passers of all time.
Almost 2 minutes into the first here. Wall, the pass to Leonard. George outside. Lets the 3 fly. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Now here's Booker. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him.
Johnson, he's checked in for Crowder. Zubac against Ayton. Got a hand on it. Leonard against Johnson. Zubac passes to George. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Outside Wall. 5 to shoot. To the inside. Oh, and a slam dunk by Morris.
And being that Wall is a point guard, it's his responsibility to facilitate. Just a terrific dime right there.
The 2021-22 season felt like a lost one for the Clippers. Kawhi and Paul George both hurt.
So true. I mean, but B.A., those two together, healthy, are scary. A finals-level duo. It kind of shows you how you can plan, build an awesome roster, but injuries can derail it all.
Controls the rebound and the putback.
Just an absolute force on the glass. He was not going to be denied.
Outside Booker. Pass to Paul. Out to Bridges. Here's Booker. Will it go? Rebounded by Kawhi Leonard. George passes to Morris. To the left wing. Now here's Wall. The kick out to Morris. Jacks up a 3. And Ayton pulls it down.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Booker with it. Guarded now by Morris. Morris against Booker. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
I mean, come on. A 7-footer with a 7'5" wingspan. Ayton beats everyone to the ball and converts easily.
Now here's Wall. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. It's stolen by Johnson. Here's Booker. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a 3-point play.
This is what makes Booker such a dangerous scorer. He has the ability to convert through physical defense.
Booker, no good on the free throw.
What you have to admire about Devin Booker is how much he scores the rock, as well as all the different ways he's able to finish. Those are some hustle points, really bonus points when you put in a miss.
32 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Yeah, such a skilled scorer. When George is looking to attack, it puts pressure on the D.
That's good from George.
Paul George. 2 shots.
George hits them both.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
Outside Booker. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Ayton. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Yeah, looking at Ayton using all of his height and reach, slamming it down on a helpless defense.
Zubac with a screen on Booker. Here's George. Here's Zubac. 2 on the clock. No good at the rim. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Clippers. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers guys.
Attacking relentlessly, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the stripe.
Hoping to continue that success from the line throughout this one.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Suns. Bridges and Johnson fill up the forward spots. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. And it's Ayton in at the center position, filling out the middle. Drops in the 3.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
Leonard against Bridges. Outside wall. Back to Leonard. Clock at 6. Pass to Zubac. Phoenix grabs the miss. Ayton's got his 5th rebound in this one. One thing you notice about these Suns, RJ, many of them are considered strong two-way talents.
And that is such a lift for your team. Having guys that can get it done on both sides of the floor instead of trying to balance a lineup of just pure specialists.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
That's the last thing you need to happen down the stretch. Let's see how they respond to the devastating punch.
And Ayton with the stuff.
And that's just terrific body control by Ayton. Setting a solid pick and then quickly getting himself open.
Booker against George. Ball for 3. The Suns clear it. Outside Booker to the paint. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And it's Morris penetrating. The shot no good. And Phoenix the other way now. Stolen by Wall. George right side. Outside Wall. Johnson against Leonard. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
Count on Leonard to not get held back by the contact. He goes right through it to get his shot off.
Booker with a screen on Wall. Outside Booker. From behind the arc. It's rebounded by Zubac.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
George outside. The ball's knocked loose. And stolen by Paul. Booker for 3. That one drops. 3 for 6 now.
At the arc, Booker is pretty efficient. This man can hurt you from downtown if you're not careful.
And last year's outcome, so unfortunate for Paul and the Phoenix Suns, Grant.
Yeah, BA. I mean, the best record in the league by 8 games. You know, it kind of seemed like Paul might finally get that ring. Just a heartbreaking loss for them against Dallas in Game 7.
Now here's Leonard.
Nice effort from Booker, making things hard on the shooter.
Shot by Leonard, no good. Ooh, Morris with a steal. And it's the Clippers on the break. George for three. It's good. And the assist that time from Leonard. George has got 10. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Clippers. Stolen by Wall. And stolen by Bridges. Paul against Leonard. Here's Ayton. Banked it in off the glass. Ayton's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
Now here's George. He's got 10. Leonard passes to George. And the Clippers hit again from deep.
Over his career, George has put up great numbers from deep. The ultimate 3-and-D player.
Wall against Paul. Outside Johnson for three. Kawhi Leonard comes up with a rebound. Leonard's got his 4th rebound in this one. Driving to the basket. Ooh, and Leonard throws it down.
A spectacular athlete. When Leonard drives to the rim, he's difficult to stop.
3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside Booker. Ayton, a screen on George. Outside Booker. Shot clock at 5. George with a steal. Morris, right side. Oh, got it off in time, but it's... All right, Allie, thanks for that. We will...
Your Clippers, 25. The Suns, 21.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Paul George has been sensational.
He's hit shot after shot from deep. He's so locked in right now.
If I'm his teammate, I keep feeding the hot hand, especially since he's been on fire from deep also.
Jackson and Kennard, the guards. Nicholas Batum out there with Robert Covington. And it's Powell in at the small forward position. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Yeah, back in the day when I was playing, the Clippers were always an easy win. Now, LA is consistently a playoff team. Boy, oh boy, how times have changed.
Now here's Payne. Back to Shamet. Three-pointer. He can't hit that time. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Jackson, the pass to Powell. Takes a three. The shot, no good. The Suns trailing. Inside. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
The reverse slam, that was sweet.
Ah, the finesse on full display. And your last year in the league, the 12-13 season, you played for the Clippers.
Yes, I did, and a great team at that. Blake Griffin, CP3, all in their primes. We won the division for the first time in Clippers history. Team record 56 wins. That year was big in the turnaround for LA.
Here's Shamet, looking for his first basket, still in this one. And here's Batum. Kennard outside. Outside Covington. Back to Kennard. 6 on the shot clock. Using his post moves to get the 2 points. And now an 8-point Los Angeles lead. Here's Shamet. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. And there's the slam. dunk to finish it off.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
On target from range. Covington's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Pass to Shaman. Stolen by Kennard. Oh, and the fast break for the Clippers.
2 minutes.
Covington passes to Powell.
2 minutes.
And RJ, you had 4 finals appearances in your career. You've seen what it takes to win, man. So how important is depth when you're chasing a championship?
Depth is so important. I'll tell you a quick story. When we lost to the San Antonio Spurs and Steve Kerr had the most random impact. He came in the game, hit 1 or 2 threes. We couldn't double team Tim Duncan after that. Then Tim Duncan went on to have like a 40, 20, whatever game because we couldn't stop him. And so I learned that the role players will have such key moments, and that's why I was so focused in 2016 because I remember what Steve Kerr did to us.
It's a great read to get a hand in there and disrupt the play.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to maybe even get the steal, but I agree. He still got a good outcome.
Now here's Payne. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. They get it again. Landale. Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard. Kennard with it. Picked up by Sharic. Kicks it out to Kennard. There's 53 seconds left in the third quarter. Hits the trifecta. All right, let's take a look at the energy stats. How the hustle game has been going for the Clippers. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Now here's Payne. Here's Shamet. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Shamet's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Jackson left side. Outside Covington. Knocked away. Back to Jackson. Kicks it out to Kennard. 4 on the clock. And there's a whistle. That goes on Robert Covington. That's his first foul of the game. And it's time to take another look at that powerful block.
What a play. I mean, that'll have the offense thinking twice about taking shots in his presence.
The Suns have gone 4 of 8 in the third. Outside Payne. To the inside. Here's Landale. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Leonard's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. On the court for the Suns, getting the fourth quarter going. Cameron Payne out there with Landry Shamet. Then there's Dario Saric. Then there's Damian Lee. And it's Landale in at the 5. Outside Payne. It's stolen by Wall. Oh, and the fast break for the Clippers. For 3, George. Phoenix grabs the miss. Here's Shamet. Outside Payne. And Wall pulls it down.
That's the shot you hope for. Right at the rim. Just couldn't capitalize.
George passes to Leonard. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute played.
This is the next step for Leonard, becoming a better distributor. Times like these help his cause.
Well, the Suns shooting 46%, a decent average so far. Payne against Wall, pass to Shamet. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Zubac has got his 4th rebound in this one. George passes to Leonard. That shot, no good. And Phoenix the other way now. It's Shamet on the wing. George defending. Here's Sharic. Here's Landale. The three ball. And the basket by Shamet.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
For Los Angeles, they've gotten half of their attempts to fall in the fourth. 2 for 4 now. And Cameron Payne is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. And the Suns going with a whole new group out there. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Morris outside. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. And the Clippers lead by 13. Morris against Crowder. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. The Clippers have gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. Leonard for 3. Oh, and another 3 for the Clippers.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
Crowder inside. He's working on Morris. Out to Bridges. 6 to shoot. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.
We've seen more than a few miscues from them tonight.
And if they want to come back in this game, look, they got to clean up those mistakes.
The Suns making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. Leonard against Aiden. Pass to Zubac. Back to Leonard. Over Bridges. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
Filthy. I mean, just the arena is stunned.
He's got a deep bag of tricks to dig into. Paul against Wall. Pass to Leonard. Outside Wall. And here's Morris. Misses the 3.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line. And the distance between the point totals for these teams tells the whole story. Just a fantastic effort, and you have to give it up for the Clippers.
And the huge difference today, the efficiency from beyond the arc.
Yeah, once they started hitting shots, it stretched out the D and opened up the entire offense.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Paul George.
He did a great job following his team's game plan and not rushing anything on offense, which allowed him to catch fire.
It's nice they found their rhythm here, but the clock is just not their friend.
It's a shame, really. If they'd been playing like this last quarter, they might be in a different situation right now.
Pass to Zubac. Wall against Paul. The kick out to Morris. Now Wall. George, a deep 3. And the Clippers miss again.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistently.
Booker, the pass to Aiden. George with a steal. Outside Wall. Back to George. So no problem for the Clippers as they get the win. This one was a fun. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks.
time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. And Greg, something to keep an eye on in this one, the big man. Here we go. Both these teams have talented front courts.
You're exactly right. Both rely on their bigs, and the winner of the game is probably going to be the team that wins that front court matchup.
Looking at the starting five for the Phoenix Suns. The small and power forwards are Bridges and Johnson. Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. And it's Ayton in its center. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves getting the first points of the ball game. Booker the pass to Ayton. It's stolen by Gobert. That's tipped. Paul with the steal. And now the Suns a fast break. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, Booker understands how to navigate his way to the paint, and he's not going to shy away from contact. Nicely done to pick up the foul.
Both free throws good from Booker. Now, Greg, a disappointing ending to the playoffs last season, certainly for the Phoenix Suns.
Well, came in the top seed in their conference only to make a second-round exit after a grueling Game 7. So this season might be revenge time for this group.
Paul with the buckets.
But Devin Booker, known as a scorer, but this guy is able to put it on time and on target.
Russell kicks to Gobert. It's Prince on the wing. Out to Edwards. It's stolen by Johnson. Paul with the ball. He's picked up by Russell. Bridges passes to Booker. And stolen by Prince. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Edwards leading the charge. And again, Minnesota will turn it over.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Now here's Paul. Johnson outside. Good, and Paul gets the assist.
Court vision, intellect, basketball IQ, the masterful distributor that is Chris Paul.
Here's Edwards diving in.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that's simply stated a terrific play.
Paul kicks to Booker. Gobert pulls it in. Timberwolves have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Prince the pass to Edwards. And Edwards with the stuff.
When you watch Taurean Prince play, you know it's about team. This guy finds the open man and loves delivering it.
Johnson with a screen on Edwards. Pass to Ayton. 14 feet away. Basket counts.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
Well, many thought the Suns would let Ayton walk as a restricted free agent, but they had no hesitation matching the offer to bring him back. It looks like he'll be a Sun for the foreseeable future.
Now the pass to Ayton.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
1:58 left here in the opening quarter. He gets that one.
This guy has got a dominant physical frame, incredible athleticism. Nice job by DeAndre Ayton inside.
Here's Edwards, and Edwards with the stuff.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. Russell against Paul. Kicks it out to Booker. The dish to Ayton. Back to Booker. Paul passes to Johnson. 6 to shoot. Kicks it out to Booker for the 3. Finds yet again with the clock winding down, and Johnson with the stuff.
Impossible to stop the putback when he's got that kind of position.
Agreed, Greg. Let him get his hands on it inside and finish it off.
How about the activity level, the effort level? This team right now feeding off his energy.
Timberwolves passing it around. Left side, Edwards. Kicks it out to Prince. That one doesn't drop. So Phoenix will take it the other way. Here's Booker, and he drives in.
Devin Booker sees a window of opportunity to get to the dribble drive game and takes advantage.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. And there's a whistle. It goes on Mikal Bridges. That's his first foul. And the Timberwolves with possession here. They trail by 6. Towns kicks to Prince. Shot clock at 6. Russell passes to Edwards. Fires from the wing. That one doesn't go.
Boy, he really wanted that shot, trying to make the defense pay for leaving him that wide open.
And so it's the Phoenix Suns with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Suns.
And guys, they've done a great job feeding their bigs inside. They are just punishing the opposition in the paint.
And the other thing I love, how they're making the extra pass. They're not settling for the first shot. They're going from good to great.
Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in its small forward. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves. Of course, one thing that stood out about the Timberwolves last season was their fast-paced play.
No doubt, Kevin, and you can trace that directly to the head coaching position in Chris Finch. This is a group that loved to push the basketball up the floor, wanted to catch defenses before they had a chance to dig in and half court. And remember, that is the classic mark of a youthful team, particularly one with the athleticism that Anthony Edwards brings.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, Kevin. It is hard to forget the crazy draft night for Bridges in 2018. Drafted 10th by his hometown Sixers, his mom was an employee with the team. But he was traded an hour later to Phoenix. He says, it was tough, but once I came here, I loved it. The group of guys we had, I knew I wanted to be here. And they are sure glad they got him, Kevin.
They are indeed, no doubt. D.A., thank you. Prince wide open. Sinks the triple. Prince has got 6.
But just tremendous instincts from Prince. Feeling the defense, getting loose, getting into his catch-and-shoot game. Nicely done.
Ayton sets the pick for Booker. Down low. Ayton with it. Now guarded by Towns. Johnson a wide open look, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Johnson's got the lead back up to 6 now for Phoenix. Russell against Paul. Towns for 3. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Towns has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Russell against Paul. Booker outside. Here's the 3. Another 3 for Phoenix.
How about that? Devin Booker says anything you can do, I can do better. 3 in the books.
Edwards kicks to Russell. Right wing. And taken away by Johnson. Bridges with it. He's picked up by Russell. Ayton inside. Towns on him. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Bridges, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
Well, you cannot let Mikal Bridges get into the paint because he's going to hammer it home when you do.
Paul with the steal, and there's the whistle, called a clear path foul there. Yep, and he'll shoot 2 at the line. It's his first trip to the line.
And going back to his performance at the line last year, guys, 84% as a free throw shooter.
Good on both.
And we talk about the playmaking ability of CP3. 3rd all-time in career assists, 2nd all-time in career assist percentage, and he looks far from done.
A new lineup here for the Timberwolves. Now the feed to Ayton, and Ayton throws it down.
Ayton uses his length to his advantage. No doubt on the dunk.
Here's McLaughlin, defended by Paul. Here's McDaniels, and nothing is falling for him right now. And Greg, what separates Paul from the other two guys that have more career assists is that Paul also averaged 18 points a game.
And he scores with efficiency. Really a one-of-a-kind talent. When he finally does decide to hang him up, I think he'd make a great head coach as well.
And he gets the bucket. And so it's Paul bringing it up for Phoenix. 54 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. And Ayton throws it down.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
And I think they count on him for that. He is a tone setter, extremely unselfish.
Out to the right wing. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Noel. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. Suns leading by 10. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Booker outside. Kicks it out to Paul. To the middle. Here's Johnson. Good D by Anderson.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
And so it's the Phoenix Suns going.
Your Minnesota Timberwolves, 23. The Suns, 33.
For those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. DeAndre Ayton has been sensational.
And those extra chances mean so much. And he has shaped the game with the way he's been pulling down those offensive boards.
Really putting his handprint on this game. You love the hustle. You love the work ethic he has had on display.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Monty Williams. They've got Landry Shamet. Lee out there with Sharge. Then it's Payne. And it's Landale into the 5 down low. Well, we know the NBA has worked to get rid of the hard foul doors, and the league has done a great job of doing that. What has contributed, though, to that line of thinking?
Well, I think any play can be reviewed, Kevin, and that's a good thing because if it's a non-basketball play, then you open yourself up to a flagrant 2. The punishment is significant enough to discourage the action. I love the rule changes as it relates to this particular infraction.
Terrific assist, a nice finish, solid play all around.
At his size, Dario Saric can see the floor, and he knows how to put it on time and on target.
Anderson outside. Knocks it loose. And up the court come the Suns on the break. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
So the Timberwolves call their first timeout.
Timberwolves all timeout. Ready to move? Here are your Minnesota Timberwolves dancers.
Now, here's Shamet. He's covered closely. Saric, and slam dunk by Saric.
Wow, Dario Saric gets himself perfectly positioned, and that's an easy dunk.
And talking about a franchise that has done a complete 180, look no further than the Phoenix Suns. Before 2021, they hadn't even been to the playoffs in 10 years.
McLaughlin, the pass to Reed, and he jams it with authority.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Here's Payne. He dishes it to Sharge. Out to Lee. 6 to shoot. Stolen by Anderson. And now Minnesota on the fast break. And finished up by McDaniel.
And they need those kind of plays right now. Smart defense that generates some more.
In just 4 seasons, Phoenix, Greg, went from last in the conference to the best record in the entire NBA. It's been an unbelievable story.
And there's a lot of talent on this team, not to mention a great coach in Monty Williams. The future is bright for this franchise.
Here's Anderson. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Here's Shamet. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Offensive rebound. Goes back up. And the layup by Shag. And the Suns lead by 14.
How about the instincts of Dario Saric? Just exceptional at getting those second chance opportunities.
Pass to Noel. Here's McLaughlin. The kick out to Anderson. Launches it. Minnesota working with a new shot clock. Here's Noel. Clock at 6. They get it back. And Anderson is right there.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
And so it's Payne with it. He'll bring it up for the Suns. Pass to Shamet. We've got 1:13 left here in the third quarter. Shag passes to Landale. Shoots over Reed. Here's Shag. Rebound Minnesota. Pass to McLaughlin. Anderson outside. The pass to McLaughlin. Kicks to McDaniels. Takes a three. Drills the three-pointer. McDaniels got it back down to within single digits for the Timberwolves. The Suns have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Payne passes to Shamet. Dishes to Shag. Back to Shamet. From deep. It's hauled in by Noel.
They can close out the quarter if they want to.
It's all about patience right here. Patience and execution. Get a good look.
Lee passes to Shamet. Here's Shag. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's Phoenix ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. A good size advantage. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver. And he did just that.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. 2 big men inside, Towns and Gobert. And it's Prince in at the 3. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. And the dunk by Booker.
Well, Devin Booker's game is finesse, but if you open up a window to jam it, he'll finish it.
Edwards against Booker. Russell with a wide open look. Buries the long-range jumper. Russell's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And you can feel the excitement in the building. Both of these teams pouring it on.
There's been a bit of a flurry here late, and this game may come down to which side gets a stop or 2.
Booker the pass to Ayton. Kicks it out to Booker. There's the 3. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Yep, it goes in, and the Suns' lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from Russell. Ball finds Booker. Kicks it out to Johnson. Russell against Paul. Booker outside. And the dunk by Booker.
Well, Devin Booker found his rhythm early. He's sustaining the offense all by himself, and his teammates simply keep finding him.
Russell passes to Prince. Edwards looking it over. He kicks it to Towns. Outside Russell. It's Prince on the wing. Off target with his 3. Suns leading by 7. Booker outside to the inside. Paul. Ayton in the corner. Launches a 3. And no good. And Minnesota now the other way. Outside, Russell. To the paint. And taken away by Paul. Bridges with it. Guarded now by Prince. And then Johnson with the dunk.
Not a ball stopper on the wing. Bridges with the help.
Russell kicks to Edwards. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got his 4th assist in this one.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Boy, the three-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness.
Johnson outside.
2 minutes.
Gobert pulls it in. Timberwolves trail by 6. Inside and stolen by Ayton. And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's his first foul.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And so Gobert will bring it up for the Timberwolves. So far in the 4th quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. It's Russell with the drive. He feeds it to Towns. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Cameron Johnson. First personal foul. First team foul.
Out to Edwards. And then jammed down as he goes right over Chris Paul.
Oh, the young gun, Anthony Edwards with the big-time delivery.
Paul outside. Passes it to Booker. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Well, he can hit big shots. Booker's about as confident a young man as we've seen when the pressure's on.
Here's Edwards, and Edwards with the stuff.
And he is built to be the man for this team. Edwards answering the bell and executing.
Paul against Russell. Paul outside. Pass to Booker. Shot clock at 6. Tries it from 19. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. Towns, the pass to Russell. Back to Towns. Count!
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. Booker looking around. Phoenix needs to get off a shot. Here's Ayton. Got it.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
Al Russell. Outside, Towns. Doesn't go for it. So it's the Suns taking the W in a close one.
Oh, say does that.
Tip-off goes to the Clippers. And a look at Minnesota's opening lineup. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. And it's Prince in at the 3. Now here's Leonard. Jackson with it. Russell covering. Clock at 6. Oh, and the dunk by George!
Insane move by Paul George, a high flyer who can create in midair.
Down low. Here's Edwards. That falls. Nice assist by Russell.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Now here's Jackson. Out to Leonard. Puts up a 3. And it's Gobert with a rebound.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen. Well, a big trade over the summer, bringing Rudy Gobert to the Wolves. And it's a bit of a fresh start for Gobert. A main star of this team that is loaded with talent, but needed that defensive anchor.
Here's Jackson after the Timberwolves picking up a basket a moment ago. George outside. George with the jam.
I mean, he is explosive with his leaping ability. Paul George is well versed in finishing above the rim.
Now here's Russell. Pass to Edwards. Now Gobert. He's guarded by Zubac. Oh, George with a steal. Oh, and the fast break for the Clippers. Deflected.
Taurean Prince saying, not on my watch. Spectacular D.
Morris passes to George. Second chance effort. And he lays it up and in. George has got 6.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
George against Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
That'll be a move to remember. Wow.
Yeah, great creativity in the air. Leonard outside. Pass to Morris. Out to Leonard. 4-3. And he can't get that one. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. Here's Towns. There's the 3. It's rebounded by Morris.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
George with it. He's picked up by Edwards. George outside. Jackson outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to George. From deep. Zubac. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
The uncanny ability to time the tip in. He does this night in and night out.
The leaner. Edwards, the pass to Towns. Outside Russell. Pass to Gobert. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. And it's powered home by Towns.
I'll tell you what, that cat was strong and physical. Woo, I'm not sure how you can effectively stop Towns around the basket.
Jackson, the pass to Morris. Leonard for 3. Buries it from 3.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Outside Russell. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And here's Zubac. Here's Morris. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
Oh, just an easy reverse for him. He has nice feel and touch around the bucket.
Pass to Edwards. Now here's Towns. The kick out to Edwards. From downtown, that falls. Nice assist by Russell. Edwards has got 7.
And this is exactly how Russell does solid assist numbers. I mean, just great delivery on that play.
Jackson, the pass to George. Back to Jackson. Kicks it to George. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. Zubac's shot is off.
I mean, you won't see this too often. Getting denied at the rim. He's likely to remember that one.
And at the end of 1. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Clippers?
Establishing a paint presence early in the game, it really helps and pays big dividends down the line because it frees up your perimeter.
Another thing they're doing well early on is passing the ball, spreading it around the floor and feeding guys who are well set up to score.
The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubac play together in the front court, and it's Wall in at the 1. That's the group for the Clippers starting the second. Now here's Wall. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Leonard passes to Wall. Morris against Towns. Back to Wall. All sorts of time. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game. And legacies are defined in the playoffs. Game to game, what's the measure of greatness for a star player in your mind, Grant?
Well, B.A., I think it's all about consistency. The great ones in this league historically bring it every night. They may have a bad game here or there, but for the most part, the energy, the effort, and the consistency is always there.
George. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
You see his link, the explosion, making sure of that one.
George against Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
That was a clever move, slicing his way past the taller defender and finishing with some flavor.
Wall, the pass to George. And the jam by George.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
And that takes skill and the ability to make adjustments as you're going up.
The kick out to Edwards. Pass to Towns. Here's Gobert. Towns finds Gobert. Russell from outside. Paul George pulls it in. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. This one for 3. Gets it to go. Makes him 2 for 5.
Ah, the versatility of Towns, unleashing his outside game and presenting all sorts of problems for the defense.
Now here's George. Give him 8 points now. On the break. Here's Edwards. Here's Towns. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. That'll belong to John Wall.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
And so Towns nails them both.
It can help a big man's game to hit those free throws. It keeps the defense from getting too aggressive.
George against Edwards. And he banks in the layup. George has got 10.
At 6'8", Paul George is a threat inside, looking very comfortable from in there.
Outside Edwards. Pass to Prince.
2 minutes remaining.
Back to Edwards. Shot clock at 6. Prince with the bucket.
Smart play by Prince. Attack the interior of this defense. Force them to close off the lane.
George passes to Leonard. Kicks it to George. Back to Leonard. And Leonard throws it down hard.
So explosive with the dunk. Kawhi Leonard gets up quick to slam it down.
And Kawhi Leonard, one of 3 perimeter players to win back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year awards. It's him, Sidney Moncrief, and a young Dennis Rodman.
Nice job. Those passes have to be right on the money around the painted area.
Ball with it. He's picked up by Edwards. Russell against George. And Gobert with a block.
The wingspan of Gobert is huge, and he uses it so well to deny shooters.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Now here's Wall. Pass to George. Wall against Edwards. Wall no good.
Unusual for him, just a lack of concentration. Fails to finish the play.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Leonard on the wing. 17 seconds left to play in the first half.
Finishing that possession with an exclamation mark. Kawhi making his presence felt.
Pass to Towns. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. And that one falls for Towns. Up top, Wall. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half.
With the score, your Clippers 25, the Timberwolves 27.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
His whole first half looked like a highlight reel, rising up and just owning the rim.
And these weren't just putbacks and alley-oops. He was roaring to the rim and finishing.
Jackson, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Kicking off the second half, here's Chris Finch's 5. We've got Jordan McLaughlin, Nas Reed out there with Kyle Anderson. Then it's Jalen Noel, and it's McDaniels in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's McDaniels. Just 4 to shoot. Pass to Reed. A slam dunk by Reed.
Explosive leaping ability allows him to play the 5, even though he's a little undersized.
Outside Covington. Kicks it out to Kennard. Soft touch off the glass.
Can't let Kennard get this close. Once you do, he's going up with it.
Here's McLaughlin, defended by Jackson. Outside McDaniels. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. And he makes the first.
At the line for the Timberwolves, Jaden McDaniels.
That one misses. The Clippers trail. In transition, here come the Clippers. Powell outside. And Powell with the stuff.
I love how Powell moves on the floor, glides off the pick to an open look at the basket.
Here's McLaughlin, defended by Jackson. Here's McDaniels. Got it. And the Timberwolves lead by 3.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
Jackson with it. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Here's Powell. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Inside, Norman Powell relies on his agility, allowing him to navigate the paint.
Outside McDaniels. The crossover. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Batum with it, picked up by Reed. Kennard has the open look, and there's another one for the Clippers.
Nicholas Batum making the resourceful play, gifting the ball to a ready shooter instead of forcing something.
Pass to McLaughlin. Back to Daniels. Anderson with it. Here's McLaughlin. Doesn't go for him. And there's the call on Reggie Jackson. That'll be a second foul of the game.
That's just being out of sync and at the worst time, costly.
3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Pass to Noel. To the middle. Here's McDaniels. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam. Neither team has been able to assert its dominance over the other.
Yeah, the struggle is real tonight. 7 lead changes and still in the third quarter.
Count it. And the Clippers lead by 1.
The developing feel Reggie Jackson has for scoring inside, playing much more under control these days.
McDaniels inside, defended by Kennard. Here's Noel. No good on the shot. And the Clippers will come the other way. Kennard with it, picked up by Reed. Lets it fly. Batum, the pass to Kennard. Now here's Jackson. McDaniels covering. Pass to Kennard. And there's a 3-second violation. The Timberwolves have gotten 3 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. Here's Noel. 50 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. On the wing, Noel. Just 5 on the clock. McDaniels from long range. And out of bounds. Los Angeles will have it. 2-for-1 opportunity if they can time it right.
Great way to end the quarter.
Jackson outside. Out to Covington from outside the arc. That shot is off. The Timberwolves trail. Here's Noel. Good D by Covington. Down low. Here's Batum. And they pick up 2. Batum's got his first 2 points.
Beautiful dime from Covington. He doesn't hesitate to share the ball.
Time called here. The Timberwolves decide to talk it over. From deep. The 3 won't fall. And Minnesota calls time here. And we're just moments away from the... We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. Well, Los Angeles shooting 69%. I think they're even surprising themselves out there. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubac play together in the front court. And it's Wall in at the point. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
This continues to be a battle. The lead is within reach.
The direction this game is headed is going to come down to a couple key buckets by either team.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch was going over with his team. He wants them to up their intensity. He said, quote, relax in too many areas. If we can muster a consistent effort, we have a chance to capture the lead and never look back. Guys, he sounds very confident playing from behind.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. And so here are the Clippers. After the Timberwolves picking up a basket a moment ago. Morris outside. Zubac against Russell. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
And coming down the stretch, both teams still playing fantastic offense.
Yes, and if you love offense, you're loving this matchup. It's been a highlight reel affair.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for Los Angeles.
Something I've noticed is how aggressive they've been on driving the basketball. Time and time again, they've turned cracks in the defense into points.
One other thing they've done very well has been scoring inside, just pounding and grinding down there.
Ooh, Gobert with a steal. Fast break, Minnesota. The kick out to Edwards. It's stolen by Wall. Oh, and the fast break for the Clippers. The three, George. Minnesota with a rebound. Gobert's got 5 rebounds in the game. Towns with the ball, and it's Leonard picking him up. And the foul on Marcus Morris. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock. Russell, the pass to Towns. 6 to shoot. Here's Prince. Fires the 3. Pure from three-point range.
Prince has gotten better at creating his own shot, but the catch-and-shoot game is still his specialty.
Outside Wall. Pass to Zubats. Wide open look. Towns with a rebound.
Yeah, he's kicking himself. No defenders to be found in that mid-range area.
And stolen by Leonard.
Foul to the Clippers. D'Angelo Russell. First personal foul.
And the free throw, no good.
The all-around game Paul George possesses is so special. His versatility is what makes him so valuable.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone by. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
First personal
Power move from PG-13. He's added a lot of muscle to his frame over the years, putting it to good use right there.
He missed a chance to put them up by 3. You know he'd like to have that one back.
And stolen by Leonard. Pass to George. Just 5 to shoot. And the jam by George.
Paul George loves these situations. The bigger the moment, the more he wants to deliver.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Wall against Russell. Prince down low. Outside Edwards. Here's Prince. Pass to Russell. Lets it go. Paul George pulls it in.
The defense is right there. Quality contest, and they threw him off his rhythm.
And Minnesota calls time here. They're behind by 4. 1:35 left to play in the fourth quarter of this one.
Coming onto the court is your Walker.
Here's Wall. 1:35 left in the fourth. Driving in. The rebound by the Timberwolves. And now the T-Wolves on the break. And here's Edwards outside. Kawhi Leonard comes up with a rebound.
Okay, when you're trying to make a comeback, you can't be hucking up low percentage threes. You have to find a better shot within the offense.
1:09 left to play in the fourth. Edwards against Morris. Here's Towns. Misses off the left iron.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Fourth team foul.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
And after a series of major injuries, Wall still remains one of the more athletic players in this league.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Back to Prince. Pass to Towns. Here's Prince. 43 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
And he commits the intentional foul. And no good, as the first free throw misses. We'll see if he can hit the second. And the second of 2 is good, and that'll put him up by 9. And Minnesota has possession. And a deep 3 from Russell. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space, but that does make it a tougher shot.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. George passes to Morris. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Inside. Hey, great communication on the lob.
Look at the unselfishness by Prince. Doesn't have what he wants, keeps the ball moving.
So it's the Clippers picking up the win. Allie, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up.
Timberwolves are well represented, Greg, in this one.
Here we go.
And all that experience on the court only adds to the intrigue.
Yeah, and it should make for a more polished game overall. More discipline, less mistakes, just high IQ basketball.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Wall in at the point.
Came into the league and struggled from the three-point line. Kawhi Leonard has made his weakness a strength.
Paul kicks to Booker. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Leonard with the ball. Chris Paul covering. Outside, George. Morris with the screen for George. Hands the shot with nobody near him.
That's just a good-looking shot from Paul George. Gets it right into his shooting pocket and finishes it off with confidence.
Bridges a screen on Zubac. Ayton the pass to Bridges. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Now here is George. From outside off the mark.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Paul kicks to Ayton. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Here's Johnson. Nails the baby hook. Now here's Wall.
Well, it was such a feel-good moment, at least for a little while. Mikal Bridges grew up in Philly, obviously played his college ball there, and his mom was working for the 76ers at the time, so it just felt right as the 10th overall pick in the 2018 draft for him to be a 76er.
Fast break, here come the Suns. Bridges leading the charge.
Well, he passes to the wide-open man. Bridges developing some team chemistry.
Ball against Wall. Nobody near George. And good, coming off the assist by Wall. George has got 5 points so far. Mikal's time in Philly was very short, Brent. Bridges traded Phoenix on draft night.
Well, that was a bit of a shocker. I mean, all the talk about being the hometown hero, and then all of a sudden he's on his way to the desert heading towards Phoenix. But you look at Mikal's career, he's been awesome for the Suns. I mean, what development as a 3-and-D player, making the finals, signing a big extension, such a huge part of the Phoenix Suns franchise in their future.
And he just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. Booker the pass to Paul. Now the Clippers moving it up. Leonard kicks to George.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Kicks it out to Leonard. Takes a three. That one misses. And Phoenix the other way now. Booker looking around. Kicks it out to Paul. Lets it go with a three. They get the rebound. Ayton the pass to Booker. And the dunk by Booker.
That's a good find from Ayton, understanding the defensive scheme, and he just waited for his teammate to be open.
George against Booker. George passes to Zubac. On the wing, Morris. Ball against Wall. 5 to shoot. Leonard attacking, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Chris Paul picks up that one.
After missing the playoffs for 10 consecutive seasons, boy, the Suns not only got to the postseason in 21, they made it all the way to the finals. So what a turnaround for that franchise.
It's been quite a turnaround, hasn't it, Brent, for Phoenix? Ever since they acquired Chris Paul in that trade from Oklahoma City, they've been a different team.
Yeah, and I don't think you can really give enough credit to what it is that Chris Paul has brought, along with the combination and relationship that he has with Monty Williams. I mean, that leadership with that young roster and giving those guys belief has elevated the play of everybody who's put on that uniform.
A nice shot by Booker.
He's been a little more selective in shooting threes, has Devin Booker, but man, when he makes one, sometimes he'll open up a can of them.
Out to Morris. Fires the three. That's good. And so Wall with the assist. Wall's got 3 assists now in this one.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitors.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
George with the ball. Now guarded by Booker. George with the bucket.
Yeah, Paul George not waiting around, wanting to get out in transition, run the floor, and become a dangerous weapon on the perimeter.
Paul kicks to Booker. Excellent D there from George.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And that concludes the first quarter of play.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Suns UTC.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Clippers?
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
Love the passing that they displayed at the start of the game. Great ball movement that's opening up some chances without really getting deep into the execution.
Here are the five the Clippers have to start the second. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Wall in at the point guard. Clippers leading by 4. Kicks it out to Leonard. Wall up top, defended by Paul. A three from Leonard, and good, coming off the assist by Wall. Leonard's got the lead up to 7 now for the Clippers.
You give him a nice pass, there's a good chance Kawhi Leonard's going to bury a shot like that.
Booker with it, guarded now by Morris. George looking over the floor. Leonard against Bridges. Leonard with the ball. He's got 8. Outside for George. A 3 ball. And here's Morris for 3. And it's Ayton with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
It's going to be out of bounds. The Suns will retain possession. And so here's Phoenix. They trail by 7. Oh, and he misses the dunk. Los Angeles has gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3 ball here. You know, you appreciate Zubac's focus on close-range looks as a big man.
Well, Zubac's one of those big centers that's burly and tough and rugged on the inside. And while other bigs are searching that three-point line out, Zubac looking to get deep into the paint. When you look at his shooting percentages over the past couple seasons, up around 60%. That's good shot selection and great consistency.
Now here's Wall. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Pass to Leonard. It's not going to go for him. Bridges with some nice defense. And so Ayton will bring it up for Phoenix. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Back to Booker. Johnson right side. It's stolen by Morris. Bridges against Leonard. Morris outside. Back to Leonard. And the pass to Zubac. 5 on the clock. And the dunk by Zubac.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Now here's Booker. Johnson outside. And a great assist by Booker as that one goes in.
Booker more and more becoming a double threat, not just to score the ball, but starting to realize he can set up his teammates.
Wall finds Zubac.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Nice to play with a point guard that takes pride in playmaking. It makes you move around just a little bit faster to get open spots.
Paul passes to Booker. And the dunk by Booker.
He's not going to miss an opportunity to find a teammate. Chris Paul delivers.
Wall against Paul. Kicks it out to Leonard. Launches it. A three-pointer is right on target. Leonard's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Clippers. Booker outside. Ayton a screen on George. Booker the pass to Ayton. Nice move. And the layup is good.
A difficult cover here on the pick and roll as Devin Booker's getting more and more experience playing out and making plays.
There's a minute left to play in the first half. Johnson outside. Booker with no one around. Off target from three-point range. Clippers leading by 4. Leonard kicks to George. Los Angeles with a fresh shot clock.
On the court, no denying Kawhi. Hitting the offensive glass with some force.
Paul passes to Booker. And that one was clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. That one on George.
Man, Devin Booker is a true shooter. A walking bucket, always ready to let it fly.
And the proof is right there in the numbers, Greg. I mean, 2 seasons in a row, he's been top 10 in field goal attempts. So he knows how, when, and where to get that ball up.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. It's stolen by Johnson.
And really the smart thing would be to hold for the last shot.
Every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy. And you have to prevent him from getting to the paint unless you want to see a highlight.
Jackson kicks to Kennard. And the 3 off target. Kawhi Leonard has been on display. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Landry Shamet is out there with Cameron Payne. Then there's Saric, and it's Landale in at the 5 down low. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Monty Williams.
Covington's aggressive defense is going to pay off, and that time it did.
Kennard, the pass to Jackson. Back to Kennard, uncovered. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Kennard's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Clippers. And here is Shamet. Brent, how has size now affected the way the game is played?
Well, if I could just take a detour, Kevin, I would tell you it's skill that has affected the way the game has played. I mean, this has always been a tall man's game, and usually it's been dominated by the biggest guys, but that's not the case anymore. So you look at 6'4", the 6'7" guys who are skilled to shoot, pass, and dribble. That's what every team is looking for, and that's the way the modern NBA team, especially a championship caliber team, is made.
And that's a block right there. He swats that ball away with some energy.
And in a close game, blocks like that are so clutch, and that could be a real difference maker here tonight.
Now here's Payne. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet.
And Payne just playing eyes-up basketball, seeing that opportunity.
Jackson up top, Payne covering. And Batum kicks to Covington. On the wing, Jackson. Passes it to Powell. Takes it inside, and the dunk by Powell.
Norman Powell is big and strong and stocky, so he gets in that gap. He's like a bowling ball. He can take a hit. Part of the lean years in Los Angeles, I was there, unfortunately. It's incredible to see that this franchise has become a better winning percentage team than the Lakers in the past decade.
Here's Jackson. Phoenix able to drain the 3. In the corner, Kennard with it. Covington finds Jackson. Back to Covington. Jackson deciding where to go with it. Really left alone that time. Jackson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And Brent, that Clippers turnaround, did you see that coming?
I mean, not in this way, Kevin. Certainly it's been a lot of outside factors that have gotten the Clippers to this point, but with the ownership and the enthusiasm behind what the owner brings to the table and wanting to make this team viable, they're in position to make some great noise if they find their health. So healthy for the league to have two teams in LA that can be this good.
Now here's Powell. There's the drive. It's tipped. Now here's Payne. He's guarded closely. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. That shot off. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Here's Kennard. Three-pointer. And Jackson with the basket on the assist from Covington. And now a 7-point Los Angeles lead. Here's Shaman. Down low, unloads. Here's Landale. Phoenix, no good that time either.
Yeah, my expectations were that he was not going to miss that one. He handles that kind of defense, especially on the inside.
Batum against Lee. Powell, the pass to Jackson. Takes the 13-footer. Phoenix grabs the miss.
I'm shocked he missed that wide open look. He has to feel embarrassed he blew that one.
To the inside. Covington with the steal. Now Kennard. Outside Jackson. Covington kicks to Jackson. Back to Covington. 6 on the shot clock. Shot on the wing. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Covington's got the lead up to 9 now for Los Angeles. Payne looking around. Shaman. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers ahead by 9.
Ladies and gentlemen,
and let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we note, is peripheral vision.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, the wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Wall in at the point guard position. Now here's Paul. Booker with this screen for Paul. Booker outside. Kicks it out to Johnson. Paul goes in. Here's Ayton. Another shot. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 9 in the basket from Johnson.
He's not the reason that they're trailing in this one. He's been on his game. It's a few of the other guys that need to pick it up.
Into the... Oh!
You can tell he put a lot of practice into that one. Wall's always ready to break out something slick if he's got the time and space.
Now here's Booker. Kicks it out to Johnson. Perfect on the shot. Swishes it through. 12 points for Johnson.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
And stolen by Booker. To the paint. Here's Bridges, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
And that's just too easy. Bridges in there slamming it down.
Now here's Wall. Now the dish to Leonard. The kick out to Wall. In the corner, George with it. Just 5 on the clock. Leonard with no one around. Doesn't go that time. Now the Suns take it the other way. Got a piece of it. To the middle, Leonard with the steal. The numbers in their favor. A clear look for George. The shot's good on the assist by Morris. And the Clippers lead by 9. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Clippers.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing range. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
Something else I've seen from them in this game is just how quick they are to capitalize on a turnover. I mean, they're pouncing on that stuff. And you got to be careful when you're handling the ball around them.
And a guy with more of a mid-range game, Morris can still jack it up from deep if you give him enough space and time.
And there's the call on Devin Booker. That is his first foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
2 minutes remaining.
Ball with it.
2 minutes.
Kicks to George. Fires the 3. Here's Zubac. Morris outside. Pass to George. Outside Leonard. This one for 3. Bridges with the board. Suns trail by 12. Johnson with it. George picks him up. Johnson dishes to Ayton. Kicks it out to Johnson. The 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
And here's Wall. From deep three-point range, the offensive rebound. The 3 from George. He can't get it to go. And Phoenix will come the other way.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Clippers.
When you shoot this well from three-point range, you're really hard to stop. The defense didn't rotate out fast enough to stop the hot shooter.
Yeah, exactly, Kevin. They were lethal from deep.
And we watched them all night long. No one could really stop them. Just another excellent game it was for Kawhi Leonard.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
Morris with the ball. Chris Paul covering. Kicks it out to Leonard. Back to Zubac. From the arc. Up top, Leonard. Defended by Bridges. Bridges against Leonard. From past the arc. Booker pulls it in. Here's Ayton. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks.